on, guys? Welcome back for another quad vlog. So today I'm going to be doing a quick and comprehensive review, well, somewhat comprehensive, of my 2014 Raptor 700. So, dude. That was like a halfway decent wheelie for me. I mean, I suck on this thing, honestly. So to start my review off, I have a 2014 Raptor 700. This is the base model. I don't have the GY, TR, GT, YR, whatever it is, I don't even know. I don't have that model, which has the graphics and fancy suspension. Just the base model, but this has the, the same performance specs as, the special edition. But anyways, I'm going to be going over 5 pros and 3 cons of owning a Raptor 700. So the first and main pro I have about this four-wheeler is its power and torque. So I've been lucky enough to ride other sport quads, for example, the YFZ 450, I've ridden an LTR 450, and honestly the power, delivery, and torque of the Raptor 700 definitely beats those actual race quads. Once I added my power commander to my Raptor 700, which I'm going to mention again in a little bit, it really opened it up. It made it respond much quicker and faster. The Raptor 700 really delivers its power through the whole rev range. It's got tons of torque down low. I mean, there's power in every gear. I mean, if I just get on it, it really feels like it has power throughout the whole rev range, especially down low. Which is, sometimes harder to find in a sport four-wheeler, but with a bigger CC displacement like the 700 has, it just gives it so much more capability. So to kind of wrap up my first pro, I really don't think there's another engine out there that can really compare to the Raptor 700's engine. Are you shitting me? God damn it. Oh my golly sakes, this light is all programmed bull. I hate these lights. I'm just gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to watch for cars and just do it. I'm doing it right now. Wait, hold on. Look for cars, no cops. Alright. Red lights don't apply. Just kidding. I waited like 3 cycles and it didn't turn, so I had no hope. So on to the second pro, which is also related to the engine, is reliability. It's been made since 2006 and there's honestly not a lot of problems with it at all. As long as you check the oil and change the oil, clean the air filter, this engine is close to bulletproof. I believe it's the same engine that they put in the utility quad. I think the Grizzly 700, I believe it's the same engine. And they're honestly pretty bulletproof engines. And like I said, I've pretty much just changed the oil on this and done regular maintenance that anybody could do to this quad in my last couple years of owning it, and I've not had one problem with it. Granted, it is a new four-wheeler, but honestly, I feel super confident when I ride this. Never once has this quad not started, never once has it overheated on me. I start this thing up in the dead of winter when it's below 0. I'm not even kidding, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, that's probably negative 15 degrees Celsius, if I have any Europe viewers out there. And it's always started up. Obviously I let it warm up, it runs perfect, doesn't skip a beat on me. So guys, the third pro, I'm actually going to give you guys a chance to guess it, just a few seconds. I'll give you a couple hints. It has to do with the four-wheeler's transmission. Alright, you didn't guess it? Or maybe you did? Well, it's actually the reverse. I use the reverse on my four-wheeler way more than I actually probably even realize. Just backing out of the parking space, backing out of the garage, it's actually super handy to have. And if I didn't have it, it would just kind of be a pain in the ass, to be honest. And if I had a YFZ 450 or another sport quad, I'd probably be reaching for the reverse button and it wouldn't be there, and I would be super disappointed. I've just gotten so used to having it as just a convenience. I don't think I could live without it now. Woo-hoo-hoo. Tires are humming. So the fourth pro I have about this four-wheeler, and honestly one of the main reasons I bought it is, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, it's super easy to maintain. This four-wheeler probably has one of the least strict maintenance schedules I've ever seen. Yamaha really just built this quad to run. So for example, a lot of the other sport quads, like the ones in the 450 class, they have a higher compression, usually of 12 or 12 and a half. And what that means is you have to rebuild that engine. Yeah, don't pull out on me, goddamn. And what that means is you have to rebuild that engine after so often. I mean, they wear out faster. Whereas the Raptor 700 has a lower compression of, I think, 10 or maybe 10 and a half, but I believe it's 10. And what that allows the Raptor to do is just last longer. And it really is a bulletproof engine. So guys, my last pro of owning this quad is it's super easy to modify. There's tons of parts out there online for the quad, and really, as long as you don't mess with the internals of the engine, it doesn't affect reliability. I mean, once you add a power commander, you can add an exhaust and intake, and those three things together, fuel, air, and exhaust, really open this four-wheeler up. Personally, I don't have an exhaust. The only thing performance-wise I've basically added to this quad is a Power Commander 5, and just with that alone, that fuel management system, I've probably seen close to a 10% increase in power. So that was 5 pros. Let's start with the cons. The first con I have about this quad is it's a little on the pricier side just because it retains its value really well, because people know it's a good four-wheeler. The Raptor 700 is always going to be more expensive than a 450 class quad, because a lot of people just know that you're going to have to rebuild the 450s and they're not as valuable. That being said, I really do think the Raptor 700 is worth the extra money, and it's worth every penny because you're getting reliability, you're getting tons of power, and it looks great too. So the second con I have about this quad is honestly a little nitpicky, but I still think it's a valid complaint. And that is Yamaha made this quad kind of skinny, and when I say skinny, I mean width-wise. Compared to other sport quads, a lot of them are wider by at least probably close to 4 inches. I really wish they would have made the A-arms a couple inches wider, as well as the axle and back, obviously. And to address my complaint, what I did is I went ahead and ordered 2.5-inch spacers for each wheel. So my quad is actually 5 inches wider in total. And that extra 5 inches really does make a difference. This quad feels a heck of a lot more stable and tips a heck of a lot less, because I remember when this thing was stock, it honestly tipped quite easily around corners. So I'm pretty glad that I added the spacers. And the last con, guys, I have about this four-wheeler is it comes pretty lean from factory. I wish they would have tuned it a little differently for the Raptor 700. I'm pretty sure it's tuned the exact same way as the Grizzly 700, which is just a utility quad, just built for reliability and just to go. But I wish they would have tuned it a little bit more aggressive. And again, I addressed my complaints I have with the quad, and I forked up a couple $100 and bought a Power Commander. And I'm super glad I did. Like I mentioned earlier, it helps a ton on this quad. So if you have a Raptor 700, that is probably the first thing I would recommend you get is a Power Commander. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.